Welcome back to SportsBit. And like we do every Tuesday here on the show, we go to Costa Rica. Take a few moments with one of our favorite offshore bookmakers, Dave Mason from betonline.ag. Dave, how are you doing on a Tuesday morning?
Oh, pretty good there, Teddy. Weekend was good, good action. Saturday was great. College was awesome. NFL started out great. Then we gave it pretty much all back on the Patriots game. But yeah, we also had a little earthquake down this part of the world too Sunday night, so that kind of shook everybody up. But we're here. Let's go.
Well, let me ask you about that. An earthquake. I've never been in an earthquake. What happens and does it affect your infrastructure down there?
I mean, what happens? You kind of sit there and look at each other like, what the hell should we do? And some people sit there frozen. Some people run down. I was in a restaurant. Some people running down the street. Some people are laughing. Some people are crying. And then you just wait for the aftershock. And sure as hell, that comes a little bit later. And you're like, holy hell. Yeah, I got back to my place and there's damage here and there and everywhere. So, whatever. That happens. It's part of the world, man. There's volcanoes.
Whatever. You live through it.
I don't want tsunami to hit, man. Those tsunamis, that's what I'm scared about.
Well, let's take a look at some of your tweets because what I did, I went through a couple of your tweets over the weekend. I thought they were real good to bring up. And let's start with the first one. At Dave Mason, BOL. Wow. Great start to the college hoop season for this guy. Two-team Moneyline dog parlay turns $1,500 into $125,343. Talk about that. I mean, that's a pretty impressive hit on a two-team Moneyline parlay.
Yeah, man. Imagine that. First day of college basketball season, this dude takes two teams and let's see, what were they? That's $1,500 parlay, which is kind of incredible to begin with. And takes Long Beach State money line plus 925 and Cal Riverside plus 725. So $1,500 at those two big payouts. You parlay them together, and the payout is to win $125,343. And don't forget about the 75 cents.
So I've often said that moneyline underdog parlays are the sportsbook's biggest vulnerability and liability. This a clear example of how just a two-teamer can pay basically about 80-1, higher than 81 return on that investment.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of bookies don't take these kind of parlays. It's just like, I got one bookie friend and I forget his rules. I mean, you can only parlay 3 dogs and they can't be more than 300 and this and that and the other thing. But I mean, any reputable book with deep pockets like betonline.ag is taking these money parlays because the math is built in. Long term, we're gonna win, right? We're gonna win on these. But if the book doesn't have deep pockets and you're using some corner bookie or some shop you never heard of, and they start putting these rules on you, you can only parlay so many underdogs and they have to be lower than plus 300 or whatever, and so on and so forth. I mean, that kind of tells you all you want to know about that bookie, that shop, whatever.
Sure, I have no problem promoting BetOnline AG as reputable as it comes when it comes to offshore bookmakers. Let's take a look at a couple of your tweets from Saturday talking about what a pretty good day that you guys had. I imagine you had a huge day on Saturday. Here's the first one. House will be huge Ohio State fans early as 76% of the cash is on Michigan State plus the points. And then, of course, you said Georgia and Auburn going to be the second biggest decision today. 75% of the cash on top-ranked Georgia. Both of those worked out in your favor pretty easily. No sweating either one of those games.
Yeah, no. I mean, we had the 4 huge wins on Saturday. Auburn, that was massive. Mississippi State, Ohio State. They got it done. That game, I was a little surprised by the action. That's such lopsided action. But, I think that was one of those perfect games where, the people are looking at the results from the week before. Ohio State had that letdown and Michigan State had that huge win. So, players had that fresh in their memory and they're betting Michigan State against the usually public Ohio State game. But that fell our way. And Miami Saturday night was just huge for the house. Players won on South Carolina, Wake Forest, Indiana, Oklahoma, but overall, zero complaints from college football this past weekend.
I'm sure. When games like Miami or Ohio State with very one-sided action when it comes to recreational players comes through, you're certainly looking at a good day. On Sunday, however, let's see. Here's a tweet from @DaveMasonBOL. As of now, the Bears are our biggest liability, just 24% of the cash on the Packers, a plus of 4.5. So that one worked out well for you. You said you had a good start to the day, but what, Broncos, Patriots didn't work out for you too well to close out the night?
No, that was brutal. I mean, the day games, you can't get much better. Packers huge, Indy huge, 49ers huge, Tampa huge. Players had the Lions. That was really their only big game during the day. But that night game, and it was like 83% of the spread action was on the Patriots. And, of course, the teasers, that was like 7.5 points. So every teaser was keyed in on that game. So as big as our day went, I mean, we lost it just about all of it back on that Sunday night game. It was so big between the money line, the spread, and the teasers. It was definitely our biggest loss of the year for one game, outside the Super Bowl, of course. But
well, I have no sympathy for you, Dave Mason. I got my ass kicked all weekend, but I'm sure there are folks out there that are very interested in the fact that BOL didn't have a good Sunday night, and yet everyone's still open for betting on Monday morning. Let them know one good bonus they can take advantage of today if they want to open up a new betonline.ag account.
All right, let's do that. If you do not have a betonline.ag account, we have plenty of bonuses. The most popular is the 50% welcome bonus. Use promo code NEW2500 to get a 50% welcome bonus up to $2,500 worth of free play bonuses. All the terms and conditions can be found at www.betonline.ag/promotions.
Sounds good. Dave Mason from betonline.ag. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.